The secret that drives men wilder than any kiss lies not in what you do, but in who you are at your core. Most women believe men are simple creatures drawn only to physical beauty and passion, but this misconception keeps them from understanding what truly captivates the male psyche forever. Men carry layers of complex emotions and desires that go far deeper than surface attraction or momentary excitement. A casual gesture or word you never thought significant can dominate his thoughts for years, while calculated moves meant to impress him often push him away. Women rarely discover these deeper truths about male psychology because they focus on technique rather than understanding the essence of attraction. This isn't about dating tricks or manipulation, but about understanding men's deepest psychological needs and naturally embodying what they crave. When you grasp what lies beneath his actions and words, you'll create relationships where he pursues you naturally, without games or pretense. Buddhism teaches about the pure mind concept, where our essence remains untainted regardless of external chaos or anxiety. This principle applies profoundly to romantic relationships, where authenticity trumps all artificial enhancements or calculated behaviors. Many women try adding layers, hoping to be more lovable through better clothes, advanced techniques, or provocative words. While these might work temporarily, they often obscure your natural magnetism that men instinctively seek. Men are biologically programmed to be attracted to genuineness and the safety it represents, rather than performance. When your smile carries authentic warmth and your eyes reflect genuine kindness, men feel an inexplicable pull. This attraction surpasses any physical intimacy because it reaches the deepest parts of his psyche. Maintaining your pure essence requires calming the waters of your mind, even when jealousy or insecurity create waves. Instead of immediately projecting these emotions onto him, recognize them as temporary disturbances in your inner peace. This awareness naturally creates an attractive calmness in your words and actions that men find irresistible. The key isn't learning what to do, but understanding who to be in his presence. Men constantly search for authenticity when surrounded by elaborate presentations and carefully crafted personas. Any disconnect between your true self and your presented self creates subtle discomfort he'll inevitably sense. Once detected, this discomfort plants seeds of distrust that create emotional distance between you. Men are powerfully drawn to women with clear values that remain consistent regardless of circumstances. A woman who knows what matters to her and quietly lives by those principles commands respect without demanding it. This consistency in character creates longer-lasting attraction than any temporary excitement from physical intimacy. The comfort men feel with authentic women gradually builds into deep desire for continued connection. Your way of being matters infinitely more than your way of doing when creating lasting attraction. Standing firmly in your truth while remaining genuinely yourself becomes more exciting to him than any kiss. Women with clear boundaries naturally filter out immature men while attracting those capable of genuine partnership. Boundaries represent self-respect and communicate that you value yourself enough to maintain standards. This silent declaration makes men perceive you as someone who cannot be casually dismissed or manipulated. The impression of being valued causes men to naturally elevate their behavior and treat you with greater care. Without clear boundaries, men unconsciously test limits and may attempt manipulation or casual treatment. Saying no to sudden demands or declining uncomfortable invitations demonstrates healthy self-prioritization. These small acts of self-respect build trust by showing you honor your own needs and feelings. Having boundaries doesn't mean building walls, but rather creating doorways only sincere men can enter. The entrance you create naturally selects for men with emotional maturity and genuine intentions. Women with clear boundaries automatically improve the quality of men who pursue them. This isn't manipulation, but the natural result of living with self-respect and clear values. Only relationships built on mutual respect survive, while shallow connections naturally fade away. Your boundaries become filters protecting you while attracting men worthy of your time and energy. Human hearts emit invisible frequencies that communicate our inner state through words and actions. When your frequency broadcasts neediness and wanting, men instinctively create distance to avoid pressure. Conversely, when you radiate completeness and satisfaction, men naturally gravitate toward your energy. Neediness appears as constant requests for more attention, affection, or validation from him. While these desires aren't wrong, they register as pressure that makes men feel obligated rather than inspired. This pressure triggers their instinct to withdraw, gradually reducing contact and emotional availability. Women radiating completeness communicate that happiness exists independently of any man's presence or actions. This isn't coldness, but rather evidence of fulfilling your own emotional needs through various life sources. Hobbies, learning, friendships, and solitary peace create the foundation for this attractive self-sufficiency. Men interpret this self-sufficiency as freedom from pressure, allowing them to relax in your presence. This comfort naturally evolves into desire for more time together, born from choice, not obligation. Interactions transform from filling voids to sharing abundance when you operate from completeness. Love isn't about getting needs met, but about sharing overflow from already full cups. This abundance mindset creates deeper connections than desperation ever could. True attraction comes from soul resonance, not from being convenient or constantly available. Many women believe giving more leads to receiving more love, but this transactional approach backfires. While thoughtful care and support are appreciated, they alone cannot sustain long-term passionate connection. The problem arises when giving becomes courtesy, expecting specific returns on emotional investments. Thoughts like "I did this, so he should appreciate me more" create unconscious scorekeeping. Recipients eventually take constant giving for granted, reducing their appreciation over time. Love transforms into obligation when it becomes expected rather than freely given and received. True magnetism emerges from soul resonance, where values, perspectives, and worldviews naturally align. This alignment transcends surface-level service, creating connections on fundamental existence levels. Experiencing beauty together and feeling similar emotions during movies demonstrates this resonance. Facing challenges with similar interpretations and hopes builds unbreakable bonds between souls. Men recognize this resonance as being understood at their core, which allows complete vulnerability. Daily conversations nurture this resonance through genuine listening and honest expression of feelings. Exploring each other's worldviews while sharing your own creates lasting heart connections. These resonant moments imprint deeper than physical intimacy, warming hearts for years afterward. Special connections aren't built through service, but through souls vibrating at similar frequencies. Rather than chasing, men focus on cultivating your own rich inner world that naturally attracts quality partners. Love paradoxically moves away when pursued, but approaches when you maintain healthy distance. This occurs because humans value most what they choose rather than what chooses them. People assign highest worth to what they actively select rather than what falls into their laps. Instead of selecting men, develop your personal island representing your life world and interests. When your island blooms with colorful flowers, clear streams, and refreshing breezes, visitors naturally arrive. Building your island means living daily life with intention and careful attention to quality. Pursuing genuine interests, investing in learning, maintaining meaningful friendships, and healthy habits create magnetic attraction. Rich inner worlds provide options when receiving invitations, allowing choice from abundance, not desperation. Responding with "I have plans that day, but could do another time" demonstrates high value. This impression of having options elevates your perceived worth and attracts higher quality partners. Empty inner worlds create desperation for others to fill the void, leading to dependence. This neediness diminishes attraction as partners sense they're needed rather than wanted. First, develop your own rich inner life, then watch quality partners naturally seek entry. Transform dating from competition into mutual selection by creating an inner world worth visiting. The courage to remove your good person mask may cause temporary rejection, but opens authentic connections. People-pleasing through constant smiles and agreement seems to smooth relationships initially. However, this mask increasingly obscures your true self, creating emotional distance over time. Buddhism teaches that hiding truth closes our own hearts to genuine connection. Behind good person masks, your real opinions and desires remain suppressed, accumulating frustration. Eventually, this weight becomes destructive force capable of ending relationships entirely. Removing masks means sometimes saying I disagree or I don't want to, risking temporary conflict. These moments of honesty may surprise others and feel like rejection initially. However, these moments serve as crucial filters for relationship quality and authenticity. Only people capable of handling your truth remain while others naturally depart. This isn't loss, but rather purification, protecting your time and emotional energy. Expressing truth doesn't mean attacking, but rather clearly showing your boundaries and feelings. Calmly stating these are my values, and this brings me comfort, provides clarity. This transparency creates safety, because people know where they stand with you. Humans feel most free in relationships with clear mutual understanding of boundaries. Without good person masks, only souls capable of genuine connection remain. Real warmth emerges from heart-to-heart connection, rather than surface-level pleasant interactions. Small daily choices honoring your truth accumulate into dramatically different life circumstances. Daily life presents countless moments where we swallow our preferences thinking they don't matter. Single compromises seem insignificant, but accumulated self-betrayals eventually silence your inner voice completely. Buddhism teaches about accumulated actions where individual choices eventually create major life outcomes. Similarly, small self-betrayals accumulate into major life distortions, changing your entire trajectory. Not betraying yourself doesn't mean selfish behavior, but rather honoring genuine preferences. The key is asking, what do I really want? In small moments, then acting accordingly. Declining invitations when tired, choosing clothes that spark joy, refusing food you don't want. These tiny acts of self-loyalty gradually elevate your entire self-image over time. Recognizing yourself as someone who practices self-care appears in posture, expression, and voice. People unconsciously detect this self-respect and naturally trust those who trust themselves. Those who respect themselves naturally attract respect because they don't tolerate poor treatment. This standard naturally filters relationships and environments, creating upward life momentum. Selected people and opportunities arising from self-respect create what could be called happiness reality. Happy relationships don't begin with grand gestures, but with keeping small promises to yourself. These accumulated choices gently but certainly transform your entire future trajectory. Throughout these 7 perspectives, we've explored what deeply moves men beyond surface attraction. Notice how none focus on manipulation, but rather on becoming naturally magnetic. Buddhism teaches about receiving without seeking, where aligning yourself attracts what belongs. Rather than forcing others to comply, focusing on your own alignment naturally draws compatible partners. Most relationship problems begin with "how can I make him keep loving me?" questions. The real foundation is "how can I keep loving myself?" as your starting point. Self-love manifests in expressions, words, and gestures, creating warmth that soothes others. This comfort triggers deep desires to never let you go in those who encounter you. Today's 7 principles: authenticity, boundaries, completeness, resonance, rich inner world, courage, and self-loyalty aren't techniques. They represent entire ways of living that transform all your relationships. Practicing these principles daily gradually transforms you into someone naturally selected and pursued. Don't rush, but steadily accumulate days of keeping promises to yourself. Eventually being pursued becomes natural reality rather than requiring special effort. What deeply moves men? In dramatic actions, but quiet daily consistency. Not betraying yourself, listening to your inner voice, and maintaining self-respect. When these qualities naturally emerge, people become attracted and unable to leave. Buddhism teaches that good causes create good effects, applying directly to relationships. Accumulating self-care naturally attracts those who will care for you properly. Visualizing achieved emotions switches your brain into accomplishment mode, enhancing manifestation power. Write your desired future as already accomplished in comments below. This plants powerful seeds that will grow into your reality. May your days become warmer and more fulfilling from this moment forward. Your happiness and fulfillment are genuinely wished for you. Men's deepest attraction triggers stem from sensing your inner completeness, not your efforts to please. When you embody self-sufficiency while remaining warm and open, you become irresistible. This balance between independence and availability creates the perfect attraction formula. Your energy field communicates whether you're seeking validation or offering genuine connection. Men instinctively move toward women who offer connection from abundance, not neediness. This abundance mindset transforms every interaction into an opportunity for joy rather than validation seeking. The most attractive quality is knowing you'll be fine with or without any specific person. This knowledge creates freedom for both partners to choose each other daily. Choice-based relationships maintain passion, while obligation-based ones slowly suffocate. Your inner world richness determines the quality of partners you attract. Empty inner worlds attract those seeking easy targets for manipulation or casual use. Rich inner worlds attract partners seeking genuine connection and mutual growth. Developing interests, passions, and friendships independent of romance creates magnetic appeal. This development isn't about becoming unavailable, but about becoming genuinely interesting. Interesting people with full lives naturally attract others seeking quality connections. The courage to express disagreement or decline requests filters relationship quality. People who can't handle your boundaries reveal themselves as unsuitable partners. This natural selection process saves years of wasted time on incompatible connections. Every boundary you maintain teaches others how to treat you properly. Consistent boundary enforcement gradually attracts only those capable of respecting them. This creates relationships built on mutual respect rather than power imbalances. Your authenticity gives others permission to be authentic in return. This mutual authenticity creates connections deeper than any performance could achieve. Real intimacy emerges from two genuine people meeting without masks. The fear of rejection keeps many wearing masks that prevent genuine connection. Temporary rejection from showing your truth protects you from long-term incompatible relationships. Short-term discomfort from honesty prevents years of accumulated resentment. Small daily choices honoring your preferences reshape your entire life trajectory. Each choice to honor your truth strengthens your self-respect muscle. This strengthened self-respect becomes visible in every aspect of your presence. People unconsciously recognize and respect those who consistently honor themselves. This recognition attracts quality people, while repelling those seeking easy targets. Your life gradually fills with people who appreciate your authentic self. The accumulation of self-honoring choices creates what could be called momentum toward happiness. This momentum becomes self-reinforcing as better choices lead to better circumstances. Eventually honoring yourself becomes automatic rather than requiring conscious effort. Men bond most deeply with women who maintain their own identity within relationships. Loss of identity in relationships actually decreases attraction over time. Maintaining your separate interests and friendships keeps you interesting indefinitely. Partners who grow individually while choosing togetherness create strongest bonds. This balance between independence and interdependence sustains long-term passion. Couples who merge completely often lose the polarity that creates attraction. Your willingness to disagree creates respect even when causing temporary conflict. Men respect women who stand for something rather than agreeing with everything. This respect forms the foundation for lasting attraction beyond initial chemistry. Conflict handled with grace and firmness actually increases attraction. Men interpret your ability to stand firm as strength worth protecting. This protective instinct bonds men deeply when combined with genuine warmth. The combination of strength and softness creates irresistible feminine appeal. Too much softness appears weak while too much strength seems harsh. Finding your unique balance point maximizes your natural magnetism. Self-betrayal in small moments accumulates into major life dissatisfaction. Each time you ignore your preferences, you weaken your inner guidance system. This weakened guidance leads to increasingly poor choices over time. Honoring small preferences strengthens your ability to make major decisions. This strengthened decision-making capability improves every life area simultaneously. Better decisions create better circumstances, which reinforce positive patterns. Your relationship with yourself determines all other relationship quality. Self-abandonment attracts partners who will also abandon you eventually. Self-loyalty attracts partners capable of genuine lasting commitment. The way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. Consistent self-respect gradually eliminates disrespectful people from your life. This natural filtering creates space for quality connections to emerge. Men seeking genuine partnership recognize and value self-respecting women. These men understand that self-respect indicates capacity for mutual respect. Relationships built on mutual respect survive challenges that destroy others. Your inner completeness eliminates desperate energy that repels quality partners. Desperation creates pressure that makes others feel obligated rather than inspired. Inspiration-based attraction lasts, while obligation-based attraction fades quickly. Developing multiple life satisfaction sources prevents romantic desperation. Career, friendships, hobbies, and personal growth provide emotional nourishment. This diverse nourishment prevents any one person from bearing impossible pressure. Men relax around women who don't need them for basic happiness. This relaxation allows genuine connection rather than performance anxiety. Real intimacy emerges when both partners can relax completely. Your boundaries communicate your values more clearly than words ever could. Consistent boundary enforcement builds trust through predictability and reliability. Partners learn they can depend on your honesty about needs and limits. This dependability creates emotional safety, allowing deeper vulnerability. Vulnerability shared within clear boundaries creates profound intimacy. Intimacy without boundaries becomes enmeshment, losing individual identity. Maintaining identity within intimacy creates sustainable, passionate connection. Too much merging kills polarity that generates romantic attraction. Healthy distance within closeness maintains lifelong romantic tension. The mystery you maintain by having separate interests sustains curiosity. Curiosity drives desire, while complete familiarity breeds complacency. Strategic mystery, indeception, but maintaining individual complexity. Complex individuals remain interesting throughout decades of partnership. Simple people become boring once initial attraction fades. Developing complexity through varied interests ensures lasting appeal. Your refusal to chase communicates value more powerfully than any words. Chasing positions you as less valuable in unconscious human perception. Being chased positions you as prize worth pursuing and winning. This positioning difference dramatically affects long-term relationship dynamics. Relationships where men pursue tend toward greater male investment. Higher investment correlates with stronger commitment and protection behaviors. Women who understand this dynamic create more satisfying partnerships. Not chasing doesn't mean being cold or completely unavailable. It means maintaining enough distance to allow pursuit space. This space gives men room to express their desire actively. Active desire expression strengthens male emotional investment over time. Passive recipients of pursuit often receive greater long-term devotion. This seems counterintuitive but aligns with deep psychological patterns. Your authentic expression attracts those resonating with your frequency. Trying to be everything to everyone attracts no one deeply. Being fully yourself attracts fewer, but more compatible partners. Quality over quantity in romantic connection leads to satisfaction. One deeply compatible partner surpasses dozens of surface connections. Deep compatibility emerges from authentic expression, not performance. Performing attracts those seeking entertainment, not genuine partnership. Entertainment-based relationships exhaust performers and bore audiences eventually. Genuine partnerships energize both people through mutual recognition. Recognition of souls creates bonds transcending physical attraction. These soul bonds strengthen over time rather than weakening. Physical attraction fades, but soul recognition deepens continuously. Your willingness to lose wrong people attracts right ones. Fear of loss keeps wrong people, creating accumulated dissatisfaction. Courage to release incompatible connections creates space for alignment. Aligned partnerships feel easy rather than requiring constant work. Work in relationships should enhance, not create, basic compatibility. Fundamental incompatibility can't be overcome through effort alone. Recognizing incompatibility early saves years of frustrated efforts. Quick recognition and release creates space for compatible partners. Compatible partners make everything feel easier and more natural. The naturalness you feel indicates alignment, not laziness. Aligned relationships energize, while misaligned ones exhaust. Exhaustion in relationships signals fundamental incompatibility. Your energy levels around someone reveal relationship truth. People who energize you deserve more time and attention. Energy drains disguised as relationships deserve quick release. Releasing energy drains creates space for energy sources. Energy exchange should be mutual, not consistently one-sided. One-sided energy flow indicates exploitation, not partnership. True partnership involves balance, energy exchange over time. Short-term imbalances happen, but long-term balance is essential. Relationships lacking long-term balance inevitably fail. Recognizing imbalance early prevents years of depletion. Your intuition knows relationship truth before a logical mind accepts. Trusting intuition saves time and emotional energy. Logical mind creates justifications for staying in wrong situations. Intuition never lies but requires courage to follow. Following intuition leads to aligned partnerships faster. Faster alignment means more time enjoying rather than seeking. Seeking exhausts while enjoying energizes and satisfies. Satisfaction attracts more satisfaction through positive energy. Positive energy becomes magnetic, drawing more positivity. This magnetism operates below conscious awareness. People feel drawn without understanding why exactly. The why doesn't matter when the result is mutual benefit. Mutual benefit relationships sustain themselves naturally. Self-sustaining relationships require minimal effort to maintain. Minimal effort relationships provide maximum life enjoyment. Enjoyment becomes foundation for lasting partnership. Partnerships built on enjoyment survive life's challenges. Challenges faced together strengthen rather than weaken bonds. Strengthened bonds create unbreakable lifetime connections. These connections provide life's greatest satisfaction source. Satisfaction in partnership enhances every other life area. Enhanced life areas create upward spirals of improvement. Improvement in one area catalyzes improvements everywhere. This catalyzing effect accelerates personal evolution. Evolved people attract other evolved partners naturally. Natural attraction between evolved people creates extraordinary relationships. Extraordinary relationships inspire others toward growth. Growth-inspiring relationships benefit entire communities. Communities with healthy relationships thrive more. Thriving communities create better environments for everyone. Everyone benefits when individuals prioritize relationship quality. Quality over quantity in all relationships improves life. Life improvement through relationship quality is sustainable. Sustainability in relationships requires authentic self-expression. Self-expression attracts those who appreciate real you. Real connections satisfy deeply, unlike surface interactions. Surface interactions drain, while depth interactions energize. Energizing connections should be prioritized over draining ones. Prioritizing energy management improves entire life quality. Quality of life depends more on relationships than achievements. Achievements without quality relationships feel empty. Empty achievements lead to existential dissatisfaction. Satisfaction comes from meaningful connections, not accomplishments alone. Accomplishments shared with loved ones multiply joy. Joy multiplication through sharing creates relationship bonds. Bonds formed through shared joy last lifetimes. Lifetimes of connection begin with single authentic moments. Moments of authenticity accumulate into profound relationships. Profound relationships transform ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Extraordinary lives inspire others toward their potential. Potential realized through authentic connection benefits everyone. Everyone seeking genuine connection should prioritize authenticity. Authenticity attracts authenticity in mirror-like fashion. Fashion your life around genuine expression, not performance. Performance exhausts while genuine expression energizes. Energized living attracts others seeking similar vitality. Vitality shared between partners creates unstoppable force. Force generated through partnership exceeds individual capacity. Capacity for joy, love, and growth multiplies. Multiplication of positive experiences enriches entire existence. Existence becomes adventure rather than endurance. Adventure-based relationships maintain lifelong excitement. Excitement sustained through growth and exploration together. Together evolved partners create unprecedented life experiences. Experiences shared authentically become treasured memories. Memories of genuine connection sustained through challenges. Challenges faced authentically strengthen rather than destroy. Destruction only comes from maintaining false personas. Personas eventually crack, revealing truth anyway. Anyway you'll be discovered, so be real immediately. Immediately showing truth saves everyone time. Time saved can be invested in compatible connections. Connections based on truth from beginning last. Last because foundation is solid, not illusory. Illusory connections inevitably collapse, causing pain. Pain from collapsed illusions exceeds honesty discomfort. Discomfort from honesty protects from greater suffering. Suffering decreases when authenticity increases. Increases in authenticity correlate with happiness increases. Happiness becomes default state, not occasional experience. Experience shows authentic people maintain higher baseline happiness. Happiness attracts more happiness through energy resonance. Resonance between happy people creates extraordinary partnerships. Partnerships between authentic happy people inspire others. Others seeing genuine connection seek similar depth. Depth in relationships provides life's greatest treasures. Treasures of connection surpass any material wealth. Wealth of genuine relationships ensures emotional prosperity. Prosperity in relationships creates comprehensive life satisfaction. Satisfaction with life attracts satisfied partners. Partners matching your satisfaction level appear naturally. Naturally occurring matches feel effortless. Effortless relationships indicate proper alignment. Alignment makes everything flow smoothly. Smoothly flowing relationships energize both partners. Partners in alignment support mutual growth. Growth together strengthens bonds continuously. Continuous strengthening creates unbreakable connections. Connections maintained through authenticity last forever. Forever begins with single moment of genuine expression. Expression of true self attracts true partnership. Partnership based on truth transcends ordinary relationships. Relationships grounded in authenticity become sacred. Sacred connections transform both people involved. Involved authentically, you access relationships' full potential. Potential exists for extraordinary love through genuine connection. Connection at soul level surpasses all surface attraction. Attraction based on souls never fades. Fades only what was built on illusion. Illusion has no place in lasting love. Love built on truth stands forever strong. Strong foundations support relationships through anything. Anything becomes possible when two authentic people unite. Unite in truth and create extraordinary life. Life becomes adventure when shared authentically. Authentically living attracts authentic love. Love found through authenticity satisfies completely. Complete satisfaction comes from being loved for who you really are.